Hi, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. I am so great to be here tonight. I hope you're doing great. Thank you for joining us. I am super excited to be with you all to talk about how it is to work at BairesDev. I know many of you probably already applied to one of our openings. Maybe you know us a little bit from before. I'm sure there are still some aspects you'd like to understand maybe a little bit better. So additionally, to getting to know Varasa a little bit more, we're going to share some great tips today to help you land a job with us, hopefully. So before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Mercedes, but everybody calls me Mechi. I am from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I've been a part of BairesDev for a little bit over 6 years now. So I've been around for quite some time. I'm currently working as talent growth marketing manager. My focus is on project management, diversity, community building, but I spend my time here in different roles within the talent acquisition team. So hopefully I'll be able to give you a little bit more context on how this hiring process works. Here at BairesDev, we are a global community with people from over 50 countries. So we have people from a lot of different cultures, and we love bringing diversity from people all around, right? Bringing diverse people together. I know that we have attendees today from all over the globe here. So please drop a comment letting us know which city and which country you're from so we can get a little bit of a perspective on where everybody's from, basically. I know that I have a little bit of a delay on where everyone's from, so I'm gonna keep going, and whenever I start seeing those messages, I'm gonna start commenting maybe on some of them. I already see someone from Brazil. Hi, Anna. Welcome to today's webinar. Um, so to give you a clear idea, right, on today's scope, I'll start the webinar by briefly explaining a little bit about who we are and what we do here at BairesDev. I'm sorry to see those messages. So I'm seeing Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Uruguay, Peru. Brazil, but living in Italy. That sounds very interesting. El Salvador, Chile, Jamaica. Oh, wow. We have people from a lot of different places here in Latin America and the Caribbean, even Guatemala, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic. So that's amazing. We have people from all around, and it really feels like working at BairesDev. We really honestly do have people from all around. We have Bolivia, Ecuador, someone else from Colombia, Nicaragua. Beautiful, beautiful countries. So I was saying that we're going to be talking about who we are and what we do here at BairesDev. And next, we're going to dive into what it's like to work with us daily, our values, our work style, and the kind of professionals that we look for. Maybe you've wondered if you'd be a good fit for BairesDev or if your background would be valued. By the end of our sessions, we hope that you'll have all of your questions, or at least some of them, answered and have a little bit more of a clear understanding of our company. After that, we'll talk about our selection process. How do you discover openings? How do you apply? What steps will you take? We want to help you showcase your skills, leverage your experience, and leave a lasting impression on us. And we want this to be a very interactive experience. So don't be shy. Feel free to ask questions and share your own experiences in the chat box. I've set aside some time by the end of the webinar for a quick Q&A sessions. So I'll do my best to try to answer as many as possible. So save your questions and we'll be diving into those by the end. So for those who aren't familiar with BairesDev, let me give you a quick introduction to the company. BairesDev is a young, dynamic, and flexible company founded in 2009 by Paul Lazzarin and Nacho De Marco. From day one, we've worked hard to create an exciting environment where high-performing tech professionals can showcase their talents and share their knowledge. Okay, so what sets us apart? We are experts in delivering software solutions using top-notch technologies and methodologies. Some of our projects involve automation, artificial intelligence, algorithm, virtual reality, machine learning, all of those latest technologies you've read or heard about everywhere, mostly this past year. And we work for global clients. I'll show you some of them later, who face big challenges and are redefining their market and industries. That's why high quality deliveries are our signature, right? That may sound, right? We are unicorns. That may sound a little bit like magic to some of you, but what does that mean, right? So BairesDev is a $1 billion company. It's a huge thing, and that would be a great achievement by itself. But there's a little bit more, and basically that is that we are a bootstrapped unicorn. That means we've reached this level without big external investments or an IPO. Very few companies have done this before, and we are very, very proud to be able to say that we are globally one of the largest bootstrapped unicorns in history. And as I mentioned earlier, we work with some of well-known global companies that are pretty big, right? Some of them, like Google and IBM, are very well known in the industry, but we also deliver solutions for various other industries, not only technology, right? And that includes retail, food, software as a service, and more. Here, for example, you can see Burger King, Panasonic, side by side, right? We have eBay. This showcases our unique ability to understand our clients' needs and find the perfect solution for them. And since we are a remote first company, that means that we have the unique ability to bring together high performing tech professionals from all over the world and breaking down those geographical barriers, creating truly diverse teams. We believe that talent does not discriminate, and we currently have the best tech talent working from over 600 different cities in more than 50 countries. As you can see, a lot of the countries that you guys are from are listed here. We have people really honestly from all around, and there's a lot more countries that wouldn't even fit the list. I wouldn't have enough space in the screen to list, but there really is places where Be Diverse can be found everywhere. So now that you know a little bit more about us, let's dive deeper into our daily work, right? Every company has a unique work style and a set of values that helps synchronize all the different teams working on various projects, right? So to navigate BairesDev work style, we'll explore our values to understand the behaviors and mindset we expect from each members of our teams. And next, we'll discuss the qualities and characteristics that we look for in professionals who join us. Okay, so I hope you're ready to begin this. So the foremost characteristic of a BDever, that is someone who works at BairesDev, right? That's how we call ourselves, is the ability to act as a problem solver. A problem solver is basically someone who doesn't get stuck when faced with a situation that they don't know how to act upon. So, and they will not feel intimidated by it. Instead, we see challenges as opportunities to learn and to grow using all of our tools to find the solutions. So if you consider yourself a problem solver, that's a great starting point for you. And now let's talk about our values. Values are like an agreement between a company and its team. They help us understand what is expected of us, which actions and behaviors will be valued, and which ones won't, basically. So our first value is excellence. Actually, excellence is not just a value for us, but our driving motivation. Every decision we make, every action we take, every project we embark on at BairesDev is fueled by our pursuit of excellence. And this mindset has been instrumental in shaping the company we are today and also helping us secure the clients that we work with. From the beginning, we recognized that striving for excellence would set us apart and propel us forward. The second value is customer centricity. This means that we measure the success of our projects by the results they help our clients achieve. Every solution we develop must not only meet requirements and standards, but also bring about meaningful and positive changes in our clients' businesses. This requires us to listen attentively, delve deeper into challenges, and approach our work with empathy. Then we have teamwork and collaboration as our third value. As a diverse global team, we leverage every available tool we have to share ideas and combine our best skills. This value is foundational because simply hiring the best professionals worldwide wouldn't be enough if we couldn't foster ways for them to collaborate effectively and thrive together. It's all about bringing the best in us, right? People from different places and different backgrounds, from different, I don't know, social levels. They all have experiences in their life that are so unique and really help us create and achieve amazing results. And lastly, as I was saying, talent and diversity are crucial to us, right? Working with such a diverse team is a privilege, and we see ourselves as a bridge connecting talent from around the world with projects that allow them to shine. Talent knows no boundaries. That is actually true. And we aim to be the platform that discovers and nurtures it, sorry, wherever it may be found. It doesn't matter which city or which country. So now let's focus a little bit on the characteristics that we look for in professionals that will work with us, right? We seek outstanding individuals. That is true. We've been saying for years that we hire the top 1%, right? That means that we're looking for people who excel at what they do and actively seek out bigger challenges to continue learning and growing. I know it might sound intimidating, but experience shows us that this quality can be found in candidates at all levels of seniority, right? It's not connected to how much you know, but how much you want to know, right? We want to discover what sets you apart, what your goals are, and how joining us can help you achieve them. It's about ambition, basically. Secondly, we value high performance professionals. Beyond taking their work seriously, these individuals have a goal oriented mindset. They consistently strive to deliver their best and align their professional goals with those of their projects and the company. This alignment drives them to tackle challenges head on and achieve exceptional results. And lastly, we look for individuals who can achieve great results while enjoying the flexibility of remote work. Working remotely presents its challenges. It's not as amazing as it sounds, right? It also has that challenge of needing the discipline to manage your time effectively, the self-awareness to avoid distractions, and a comfortable, productive workspace. However, it also offers unique perks. Of course, you can work on a beach with your feet in the sand while enjoying coconut water, or spending time at your family's home in another city, or even traveling the world while working. We have a lot of digital nomads working with us. If this lifestyle resonates with you, then BairesDev could be a perfect fit. Now that you have a better understanding of us and our work style, you might be wondering how to join our team, right? So BairesDev has plenty of openings coming up every day because we have a lot of clients, right? And I'm confident there's a perfect fit for you among them. First, let's explore how our selection process works. It's unique, and some steps may differ from what you're maybe accustomed to or used to with other companies. However, rest assured that the entire process is designed to help you showcase your strengths and find a position that's an ideal match for you. So next, I'm going to share some golden tips sorry, to help you make the best impression during your application process. This is insider information that's going to help you basically shine and secure a role with us, hopefully. So let's get started. As I mentioned earlier, our selection process at BairesDev is quite unique, and it's designed to leverage our extensive experience in recruiting top talent. So the first thing is an expanded application. What does this mean, right? When you visit our careers page, you will notice a wide range of openings. Many candidates possess skills in multiple technologies or have a very diverse background that might make them suitable for different roles. To streamline the application process and reduce that inbox clutter, we've implemented an expanded application. This means that when you apply to BairesDev, you apply just once, and based on your skills, abilities, and background, you'll be considered for all relevant positions. It's efficient and straightforward, and it ensures that you're considered for the best fit across all of our opportunities. Okay, so you're applying for BairesDev, and we're gonna make sure to find the best position that fits you in the best way possible. Then we have the quick start. We value our time, right? Time is money, as the word says. Our registration and profile setup really takes only about 5 minutes or even less. And during that time, we gather essential information to move you swiftly through our process. Rest assured, we ask just enough to understand your capabilities, experience, career expectations, and what you are seeking professionally, because that is also important. We want to know what you are looking for. Then, fast and specialized support. While our process is streamlined, we understand questions or issues may arise. We have a talent support team that is readily available to assist you. You can reach them via live chat on our applicant side or through email. And they're dedicated to guiding you through any challenges and ensure a smooth application experience. Our goal basically is to make your journey with us as seamless and supportive as possible from the application stage to joining our teams, right? So now, as promised, here are some golden tips to help you navigate our application process smoothly and enhance your chances of success. So the first one, it says record the video in English. What are we talking about? At one point of that, very quickly setting up of the profile, we're gonna ask you to record a very brief video, short, like no longer than 3 minutes, to tell you, like to tell us a little bit more about yourself and help us get to know you a little bit better. You have, of course, if you're not comfortable in English enough to record a video, you can do it in your own language. But when recording your video, English is going to boost your chances. So speak clearly and confidently as much as you can in English. This helps us assess your communication skills, which are crucial for a remote collaboration. Different positions require varying levels of English proficiency, but an intermediate professional level is typically sufficient enough for most of our openings. So don't be shy. If you can communicate and understand satisfactorily, just give it a try. You don't need to sound like a native, right? There's a lot of positions that will not require you to have a perfect accent. Then complete as many tests as you can. On our applicant side, you will probably see that there's a lot of options to complete key profile booster exams, right? These are tools for candidates to demonstrate their abilities and technical knowledge. Those key profile boosters are available on an applicant site homepage, and they will help us understand your personality. They are not about technical knowledge. They're about you, your work style, your problem-solving capabilities, right? Your practical skills. Depending on your skills and your background, specific tests may also appear on our test lab section. All results contribute to giving us a comprehensive review of your abilities, and they will help us match you with our openings, right? So those key profile boosters are, as the name basically say, they are key to getting to know you. Without them, it would be very hard for us to be able to find a good match for you. So those are a top priority, and completing as many as you can will really improve your chances into moving forward into that next stage. Then keep your profile up to date. Of course, Doesn't have if nothing changes, there's nothing to update. But regularly updating your profile with any new skills, any new certification, and new experience. This ensures that we have the most accurate and comprehensive view of your qualifications, and they will also help us continuously match your profile with our current openings. And then always check your inbox. I know this sounds obvious, but email is our main communication channel with our candidates. So stay proactive throughout the process by checking your inbox regularly. This ensures you don't miss any important updates or communications from us, keeping your application on track. The good thing, as I said before, once you apply to BairesDev, you apply only once, and this is an always on hiring process. This means that maybe you applied a year ago, and at the moment we maybe don't have a specific opening that matches your profile, and maybe in a year one comes up. This means that we will reach out to you and we will offer you the chance to move forward in the process. So stay alert and check your inbox for our communications. These tips will help you navigate our application process effectively and maximize your chances of securing a position at BairesDev. So that's a wrap on the topic. That was a very brief introduction and a little bit of a help and golden tips on what things to focus on. I'm sure that many of you have some questions, so let's dive into a Q&A session now. Feel free to ask us any questions in the comments, either on YouTube or LinkedIn streams. And while waiting for your questions to arrive, because as I said, I know there's a little bit of a delay here, I want to remind you that we have provided a link in the event description, and you can also access it through the QR code you're seeing on screen right now. I'm going to see if I can make this bigger for you guys. There we go. So here on this QR code or the link, you will find our social media pages, our job portals, where you can explore all of our available openings. We have the link to our applicant site where you can update your profile, take those online exams I was talking about, check your application status. That is another thing that you can check on our applicant side, and also find the features like the live chat support so that if you have any questions, you can reach out through there. This live support is managed by our actual BDevers. It's not a chatbot. So you'll be talking with one of us and they will be helping you with any issues you may have. You can also visit our website, explore our referrals program page, which is amazing. And last but not least, you will find there our webinar survey. This webinar survey is super important for us because your feedback means a lot. It takes less than 5 minutes to complete, and it will help us improve future editions for this webinar. So now let's move on to the Q&A session. We have around 7 more minutes, so let's see what we have. I have a question from Luis that says, if you don't pass a test, will you be informed that you need improvement in this technology? Well, that is exactly the thing. There is no passing a test because we are not we have so many openings. They all require different things. So there is not an actual threshold of approving or failing a test. It will just give us an idea on where you stand. Okay. There will be tests that you will be able to retake after a year, for example. So if I don't know, you were taking a test about PHP, I don't know, because you're a developer. You will score any different grade you might get. After a year, you probably improved your skills. So you'll be able to retake those tests and hopefully get a better grade that will match you with new openings that we might have and that are needing those specific levels. For those skills like English level or practical skills, situational questions, that is the same. We will be able to retake those exams after some time. So keep an eye on our applicant side. Whenever there's an availability to retake one of those exams, you will be notified through that. And as I said before, it's no passing because every opening requires different results. It's not the same, for example, the level of problem solving that we will be expecting from a developer that from someone that works in marketing or in HR. So it's not a passing or failing sort of test. Jonathan, you're asking if English is very important. As I was saying before, some level of English is needed because we do have people in over 40 different countries and not all of us speak the same language, right? I I can understand Portuguese, for example, but if I have to speak Portuguese, I would be failing. Nobody would understand me. And if I have to speak with a coworker that lives in Brazil and doesn't speak Spanish like I do, we need a language to communicate. And that is where English comes into play. Some positions require a higher English level for the tasks they will be performing. Like, I don't know, the sales team that talks with American companies all the time will probably need a higher level of English than someone that works in talent acquisition like myself, and that we use English to communicate with our coworkers and potential candidates, right? So don't be discouraged if you feel like your English level is not super high. An intermediate English level or an upper is more than enough for most of our positions. Okay, so let's see. I have another question from Juan Carlos saying, is there a way for us to know how our status for different applications we may take from those working positions? Wait, we may take? I got a little bit confused there. So I assume you're asking, how do you know the status for the different roles you're trying for? And as I said before, on the applicant side, you will be able to see the status on each of them. But if you have specific questions, the live chat there will help you. They will be able to tackle and review specifically your situation, your case, and answer any questions you might have. Let's see. We have another question saying, can the video be updated if I already applied in the past? As I said before, yes, usually every year. That's usually the amount of time we give people a chance to update everything they have presented to us, because in less time than that, usually there's not much of a change. But for example, English level can improve a lot in a year if you're constantly practicing, right? So after 1 year of applying, you'll be able to update a lot of your information. Luis is asking, what is the minimum level that we need? I assume you're talking about English. And as I said, intermediate, upper, it is usually the standard, because we need to be able to communicate in a written way and in a meeting, for example, in Zoom with our coworkers. Patrick, you're asking if we have a training program for which we may not have enough skills. I don't know if you're talking before joining or after joining the company. So before joining, we don't offer like internships or things like that. But for whenever someone joins the company, we do offer the possibility of, for example, taking English classes if needed. There is a lot of programs about improving skills, taking courses. Our HR team is really devoted to making the best of our endeavors. So there's a lot of opportunities for getting better at whatever we might need for our role or for roles that we want to pursue in the future. Lucian, you're asking, how many times does it take to contact a candidate that received a positive feedback in the first phase? I assume you're talking whenever someone finishes all that in the applicant side, and if it does match one of our openings, how long it takes. Usually between a few days and maybe 2 weeks tops. We try to do it as fast as possible, but we do process a lot of applications per year. We have over 2 million, and I know it sounds like a fake number, but it's true. We have over 2 million applications a year. So we try to process it as fast as we can. We have a lot of tools that help us with this, but it might take up to 2 weeks. But as I said before, if, for example, you complete everything on our applicant side and we don't reach out, it's not that you failed necessarily. It just means that right now, maybe there's not an opening that matches your profile, but it does not mean that we will never have one. I always speak speak about one of the girls that I had on my team. She's no longer with us because she went on to pursue one of her dream jobs in the past. But she applied to us. That's a turn off. Sorry. So she applied, and she was discouraged at first. She was like, oh, I really want to work for this company, but they're not calling me back. And she started a process, and it didn't work out because it was not really the role for her. Until a year after she originally applied, we found her role, and she joined our team, my team, and she was excited, and she was amazing at her job, and she stayed with us for almost 2 years, and it gave her the opportunity to then pursue her dream job that she had been wanted to do with Red Cross for a really long time. So don't be discouraged, even if it might mean waiting a little bit more than what we would want. And we are running out of time, so I'm going to pick one last question from Marco saying, can you please comment on the type of contracts, long-term, full-time, part-time, by project? And we offer long-term contracts for all of our employees. We don't hire by project, right? This means that everybody that joins BairesDev has a contract for an indefinite period of time. It's usually full-time. I'm not sure because I don't manage the actual openings. Part-time roles are not super common. So most of our roles are full-time and long-term. For people that don't work, like we have two types of roles, of course, those that work for BairesDev, like myself, and people that work with us and support our client projects. So for those that support our client projects, whenever a project ends, they will join a special group of people that will start helping with other tasks while we're looking for new projects to assign them to, right? So it's not like if the project ends, then the contract finishes. No, you will keep working with us, and we will start moving everything around to find a new project to assign that person to. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining. We went a little bit over time. So if you want to know, as I said before, the status of your application, please go to our applicant site, look for our live chat feature. If you want to check all of our available openings, do not hesitate to check our job portals. And last but not least, as I said before, we want to hear your opinions. So really fill out our webinar survey. It will help us with a lot of information. Thank you once again for joining us today. It was amazing talking with all of you, and we'll meet next month. Have an amazing Thursday and an amazing weekend, everybody.